clean, and recover. The basic text is an expression of this desire. Introduction to our members share. In our meetings, our lives, and our literature, we help each other by sharing our experience and the tools we use to live clean and recover. The basic text is an expression of this desire to carry our message. The first 10 chapters contain our collective wisdom describing the program, and now we turn to our individual experiences living the program. Our members' lives depend on our program. Our program comes to life through the voices of our members. Our first tradition teaches us to look past our differences for our common welfare. The concept of unity described in this tradition is not the same thing as uniformity. Over time we find that those differences are precisely the things that enrich us. In the particulars of our stories, the truth of our message comes through and we see how alike we really are. This can seem like a contradiction in our development as individuals and as a fellowship is about fostering our common bonds and common identity. At the same time, we cultivate and cherish the things that make each of us who we are. To stay strong and grow, we need both of these points of view. Since our basic text was first published, we have grown and changed as a fellowship. Our membership has broadened, and our experience has deepened. Today we are truly worldwide, and each of our local NA communities contains worlds as well. Together we made a decision to revise this part of the book to embrace and reflect these changes. In the pages that follow, our members share their experiences getting clean, staying clean, and living clean. The experience shared here is as diverse as we are. Our members write about going back to school, losing people they love, struggling with health problems, making amends, coming to terms with their sexuality, raising children, serving the fellowship we all love, and countless other successes and challenges. You may read about choices that are contrary to your beliefs or to the customs of your NA community. The individual paths our members choose to walk do not necessarily reflect the views of NA as a whole, and it is important to keep in mind that these are all personal experiences. It would be impossible, in one collection, to fully reflect the diversity in who our members are or what we have gone through, but here we have gathered some of that richness. Each individual piece is very briefly summarized at the beginning and in the table of contents. If you are looking for something specific, like someone confronted with illness, or someone who got clean young, you may be able to find it more quickly. We have organized the collection into 4 sections, each of which begins with an assortment of brief reflections from our members. The first section, Beginnings, consists of 6 stories from previous editions of the basic text. The pieces have been chosen, in part, for their historical significance and are not edited for publication here. These voices of some of our early members act as a window on our formative years. After Beginnings, the text is divided into 3 more sections. In the Coming Home section, members share about finding NA, or in some cases, starting NA in their part of the world. Our readings tell us that anyone can find a home in NA regardless of age, race, sexual identity, creed, religion, or lack of religion. In the Regardless of section, members talk about their journey to find acceptance in NA, and to make NA a place where all of us can feel safe and welcome. The final section, Life on Life's Terms, focuses on practicing the principles in the face of all that life offers. Fully awake and alive, we confront joy and tragedy and the simple pleasures of day-to-day life. You may not relate to everything you read here, just as you might not identify with everyone who shares in a NA meeting, but we hope that at least some of these voices will touch and inspire you. In NA, we learn that as addicts we are not unique, but as people we are individuals, and our experience matters. Collectively we are so much more than the sum of our parts. Each of us, regardless of our clean time or where we came from, has something to contribute by sharing openly and honestly, and something to gain when we listen with an open heart.